Hi, welcome to the Tynes podcast. Today we are at Alston Live, the first of the 5 larger music festivals that are held in the Tynes area each year. The festival featured 17 bands playing an eclectic range of music on Friday the 19th and Saturday the 20th of July in the Potato Market, Town Foot, St Augustine's Church and the Town Hall. There is of course no substitute for being there. The clue to enjoying Alston Live at its best is in the name. But you can get a flavour of the festival from the videos posted on its Facebook page. Do check out social media and the streaming platforms to hear more music from the artists who played. In this episode, I talk to the bands who played on Saturday and hear some of their music, beginning with an outdoor salsa session and closing the festival with a packed and very hot audience dancing to soul classics in the Town Hall. Because of copyright laws, I can't bring you the music played by the covers bands, but the episode does include some originals, courtesy of the artists themselves. I didn't get to see every band, so I apologise to Blue Scarrow and Shipcoat and Friends for not including them here.
I'm Gilly Jarman from Blue Jam Arts, CIC, as from last year, and we're based in Penrith, and we have this Street Beats band, which is a mix of samba drums and lots of saxes and trumpets. Yeah. And we do an arrangement of all sorts of different styles of music, ranging from swing through ska to Latin. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I'm very intrigued by your band's look. Is it kind of goth Morris? Is that...
Well, I think we're looking for steampunkish.
Oh, steampunkish, yeah.
Yeah, and it's getting more and more that way. I think the aviator goggles are sort of becoming a bit of a theme. Yeah, so it's black. We're all black, and then we've got our logo, and then basically you can accessorise it however you like.
I see. All right.
Yeah.
A bit of freedom of expression.
Yeah.
That's very good. Audience participation is a big thing, wasn't it? Things to bash, I think.
Yes, and also that's the way that we get new members as well, because they come and play, and then we say, "Oh, you want to join the band?"
You were good at that.
Yeah. It's a really friendly band. Yeah. It's a real family affair.
Yeah. Well, you can see that you're all having a good time there. And it's your birthday.
Yes, it's my birthday. Take care. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
from the Hainton Symphonic Orchestra.
And people who saw the list of performers for today and came here expecting a symphony orchestra would have been in for a surprise, wouldn't they?
Yeah, we're named after a great uncle's band from between the wars. He used to tour around all the seaside towns, and it was more of an orchestra. So when we came together in lockdown as a family to play, I thought it would be quite nice to pay tribute to him.
Right, and what was your instrumentation today?
So I play the cornet, my daughter plays the euphonium, and my wife Helena plays the clarinet.
Oh, so it truly is a family affair.
Yes.
And you had a very eclectic mix of tunes to play too, didn't you?
Yeah, we like to play anything that's got a tune, basically.
Yeah.
We've all got wide musical tastes, and we like a challenge as well. So we've arranged Ghostbusters was probably the hardest one for us to
really
play in the past. We didn't attempt that one today.
I see, right.
This is our hometown.
Right.
So we formed to play for an event in 2020, and we ended up performing in our front garden. And then we've just been invited to play locally since then.
Right. And your set was interspersed with some poetry from Dave Rowe.
Yeah,
have you done that before?
Yeah, it happened by accident a couple of years ago. We were playing for Alston Live at the Market Cross in Alston, and David Rowe was there as well, and we just decided it'd be nice to intersperse the poetry and the music, so people didn't get bored of either of us. We've done it ever since.
Only the perfect can stand over there. I'll just stop here because it's not like I care. I don't curl my hair or fiddle with makeup. I'm still running round in a bloody double A cup, and I know, it looks like I wish I was there. To stand there and pose and make the boys stare, to titter and totter in those shoes that they wear. I'll just stop here because it's not like I care. See? I've got my mates as Julie and Max, and if things go bad, they've both got my back, and over at home if I row with my mum, I've just got a text and I know they will come. We don't have a corner where we hang to show off, strutting our stuff and implying who's boss.
My name's David Rowe. I'm known as the Unexpected Poet.
And why are you unexpected?
Because nobody expected me to do this. I struggled at school with dyslexia. Very poor results from school. I wrote in secret until I was 50 years old, so none of my family knew I was writing poetry or stories. And a friend of mine discovered some of my writing and encouraged me to do something about it, and that was 10 years ago. Right. So great surprise to family and friends and everybody who knows me, who just didn't expect this of me at all.
So I see your T-shirt says poetry, can't rhyme, then leave it to the prose, which is a very nice pun. So do you write poetry and or prose?
Both. I do both. I write short stories. I'm currently writing a novel as well. First novel's on its way. But write a lot of short stories of 2,000 to 3,000 words. I've had quite a lot of those published.
And where can people find your work?
First book of poetry should be out before Christmas this year. They'll probably find me all over in anthologies, on the internet, things like that. Often the best place to find me is on a stage somewhere in the north of England.
And you did mention your day job. What was that?
I'm a chimney sweep.
Right. And is that a source of inspiration for your poetry?
Not the chimney sweeping, but the people I meet and the places I go. I'm lucky I do it in Northumberland. So I do all the big country houses right down to the little old lady in a council bungalow. And you meet a wonderful diversity of people from all sorts of different backgrounds and go to lots of places you wouldn't even go to if you didn't have work there, you know.
And have you ever thought of combining the two, like doing a reading of poetry to the people who ask you to come and sweep their chimneys?
I tend to. I often see people in audience and they'll come up to me afterwards and go, "You're my chimney sweep," and they weren't expecting that from me because I've been sweeping chimneys for 30 years. So the chimney sweeping's kind of moved on to the back burner now, and the poetry and the performance work is taking over. I also teach. I use poetry as a tool for well-being. So I teach several poetry and wellbeing programs. So that's all expanding at the moment, you know.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So how can people get in touch with you if they want their chimney swept and or poetry read?
You can find me on Facebook under David Rowe.
Yeah.
I'm not wonderful with technology, so I don't have fancy websites or anything like that. I suppose that's the dyslexia. And if you can't find me on there, find me on Facebook under David Rowe and send me a message on there. Often there's posts on there about where you can see me live, you know, because the live performance is always better than reading it out of a book.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Could you introduce yourself, please?
Yep, I'm Mark Nash-Williams. I'm the Vicar of Alston Moor, which includes this wonderful building, St Augustine's in Alston.
And you have quite a bit of music on in the church.
Especially in the summer, yes. We have gigs every Friday night throughout August as part of the art exhibition. So a number of things. For quite a few years we've had our beer and hymns evening with fish and chips, which always goes down well. We usually get a local band of some sort to come and play as well. It's often been the Players or the Lounge Lizards or one of those other groups, which is always great fun. And this year, for the first time, we're having a band up in Nenthead on the 30th of August as well. We're having Wildwood Jack, who are an interesting couple. They used to live in Kent and sold their home and now live in a motorhome, travelling all around the country, playing music wherever they go. And they're coming to us, which will be great fun.
Sounds like a good life.
Oh, yes.
So it's a good idea to have music in the church, isn't it? Because it brings people in who may not be worshipful.
Exactly,
but it embeds you in the community a bit
exactly,
more,
and historically churches were always used for social events, for village events, for markets, for meetings, for concerts, and it's a shame we lost that, and we're trying to bring it back again. Music is one of God's languages, and the more we use it here, the better.
That's great. Thank you very much.
It's a great pleasure to meet you.
My name's Harry Rennie. I live in Old Jollybeard in Alston, Cumbria.
And you were just playing with a couple of other people?
Yeah, I was playing with Robin Moody and Helena Basley. Robin on the fiddle, Helen plays the clarinet. She also plays in another band called the Haintown Symphonic.
I was listening to them in the church, yes, all three of them.
Very good. Yeah, there's usually four.
Oh,
Yeah, they sound fantastic. Probably my favourite band on the moor.
all right. So you had a very strong local support there, I thought, with people getting up and dancing.
Yeah, great support, yes. We've a group of ladies who normally like to go up and dance with us, the Follies around.
And you play a lot locally?
Quite a bit, yes. Also playing with an Elvis, not tribute, but an Elvis singer. He's not a tribute, but I really like doing that as well. Same kind of setup with the drum and the guitar and the hi-hat. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of rock and roll in your set today, but how did you choose the songs that you were playing?
Well, we've known those songs for a long time. They just crop up every now and again. But with the Elvis thing, it's all Elvis songs, and it's easy to remember.
And are you hanging around for the rest of the day?
Yes.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing anybody in particular?
I like the look of the Blue Scarrow. Yeah, check them out.
Golden down, slippy and steep, precious as gold, hidden there deep. Then I just for something fair, there's plenty. on 32. Tommy Smith, he fell there too. Matty White fell by a stone. 21 died over.
Hi, I'm Andy Fraser, and I'm one part of the duo, which is the Tunstall Boys.
And what kind of music do you play?
Mixture of country, northern folk, Appalachian-y type American country, all a bit of a mix, a little bit of blues thrown in as well.
Yeah. And in that set that we just heard, you played all your own compositions?
Yes, that was all my own compositions.
And where do you draw your inspiration from for all that?
Mainly local community, local old stories, and kind of current stories. So I do, so that set, for instance, Rust Belt Town was about the demise of Sunderland in the 80s with the shutting of the pits and shipyards and things. Obviously metaphor with concert and places like that as well. So yeah, it's a mixture of a bit historical and also current lives and things.
Yeah. And the last one was about the last mine in the area, is that right?
It was, yes. It was about the last hush mine at Rookup. And I think it shut in the mid-70s. And I was out walking up there with a couple of friends of mine. You can still see the scar on the hillside where the hush mine used to be. So I thought, there's got to be a song in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's popular around these parts. Strong mining tradition around here, isn't it?
Very much. Very much.
So do you play these kind of gigs a lot festivals and that kind
Yes,
of thing?
we'd like to play a lot more of them.
Yeah.
We do play probably 2 or 3 a year.
Yeah.
And we play a lot of local gigs, small cafe gigs and things around kind of Sunderland, Stanley, Newcastle area and around there as well.
So if people want to find out about your music, where can they do that?
Facebook, there's a YouTube site, and also we've got a lot of our stuff on Bandcamp as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
So all the usual channels, as they say.
Good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
Now the broke man from Brooklyn. Now the broken man from Brooklyn. Now the broken man from Brooklyn.
Fabulous, Ollie.
Thank you.
It's been brilliant musical.
Have you come over from Stockton Special?
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. We came last year and I loved it. The only thing, it's the hill. I've got a camper van down there, so once we're up, we stop up. But it's just a lovely area. gorgeous, and the run over is fabulous. The amount of talent that's about. Yeah, there's just a lot of. If you look, there's a lot of live music. Keep it live, keep it running. You have to support it. We'll leave you to it. I'm going to get some food. Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Cheers.
We are Rubens Train. My name is Dawn.
Mark Brown.
And Suzanne.
How would you describe the kind of music that you make?
That's a really difficult question because we do lots of different types of music. So we do a bit of gypsy jazz, a bit of blues, a bit of reggae. What else do we do?
We try and do bluegrass.
A bit of bluegrass.
Without a bluegrass banjo, but we try.
Yeah.
But that was the first bluegrass version of Seven Nation Army I've ever heard.
Yes, that was our aim.
There was almost a noticeable intake of breath in the audience when you started playing the bass line, thinking, are they really playing Seven Nation Army? And yes, they were.
Yep.
It works. We think it works.
Yeah.
And the same with the Detectorist theme tune that we do. It's quite scary because people are so in love with that program and that tune that to do it the way that we do it, which is to really mess with it, feels quite scary. But again, it's to like it.
So do you do lots of festivals? Is that your kind of niche?
We haven't done lots of festivals actually. We do lots of village halls.
Right.
That's kind of our go-to event.
We like a nice listening audience.
Yes.
Yeah, rather than a pub where nobody's bothered what you're doing.
We are actually on another festival next weekend in Kirby Stephen. So 2 festivals in a row. Turning into a festival event.
And where can people find out more about your music?
We have a Facebook page, so just look up Rubens Train on Facebook. You should find us. We need to get better posting on there.
Yeah, social media is difficult for everybody, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's a full-time job in itself.
It's Reuben with an E as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So REUBEN apostrophe S Train.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm Jed, and the band's Bleeding Kansas from Gilsland.
From Gilsland, I was going to ask you where you're from.
Well, we're right on the border with Northumberland and Cumbria. The sign's actually just outside my house.
All right.
So there you have it.
And I've noticed that you, as every member of the band, and a lot of other people have got these T-shirts with 3 skulls on, which is like hear no evil, see no evil, and smell no evil.
It is, yeah. There's no copyright there. We pinched it off. So don't put that on the podcast.
Is that like you and all your family in there?
It's friends and family, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
So
the T-shirts, some people say the T-shirts are the best part of the band. They certainly sell better than anything else.
So that was 3 guitars, bass and drums. That was kind of a blast of rock which woke everybody up there, wasn't it? Until now we've had folk, and then all of a sudden it was wham.
I did wonder because the people who were listening were completely different from last year. We had some how can I put this, old hippies. Basically last year we did a couple of Grateful Dead numbers. I loved it.
Yeah.
So we thought that was what it was going to be again this time, and I was thinking they're in for a bit of a shock when we start this.
Yeah, they liked it though, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah. We're predominantly a blues band.
Yeah.
But when you say that, people think it's going to be depressing and slow music, blues, because there's lots of types of blues stuff, and we do quite fast. On a short set like that, we'll do quite up tempo. There's no time, I don't think, to put a slow one in. No. We've done that before, put a slow one and it killed the mood. Yeah. So we don't do it anymore. We just do.
Yeah. Do you do any of your own stuff as well?
No, we're not good enough. we're not talented enough.
Can't believe that.
We're not talented enough. We're probably too lazy. And I also think there's so many good tunes out there. And whenever I've tried to do that type of thing, it's nothing like as good as My Heroes. I think, I couldn't do it. I take my hat to people who do, but I don't. There's that many good tunes.
So what kind of venues do you mostly play?
Oh, we're just a pub band. We do open mics, and we just do the odd. We do, a handful of, not even a hand. Well, anyway, a couple of festivals a year. That's it. So we don't do. We should maybe do more, but we don't. It's like herding cats, them lot.
Because you've got 5 members in the band.
Well, yeah. We used to be threesome.
Yeah.
And now we're like, I say ourselves as like a super group. Like Led Zeppelin. We've only just recently, but this is the first time 5 of us have played together.
All right.
Live. Obviously, we practiced. Well, I don't know if it's that obvious or not, but that's the first time the 5 of us have actually done a gig together.
And so, if people want to find more about Bleeding Kansas, where can they find out?
Just go on Facebook. Bleeding Kansas is the best thing, and then anybody wants a T-shirt, I need to know the size, the 20 quid, and what you want written on the back, because everyone's got something different written on the back.
Right.
And it goes to the commission. We have a sit down, and then we decide we'll put something else. That's how it works. But if you look on all the T-shirts, everything's something slightly different.
What's written on the back of yours?
Available for wakes and funerals. Because before this, when there was just the 3 of us, played a lot of Americana, more banjo, mandolin, more acoustic type of stuff. It was quite dark.
So that's like polar opposites, isn't it? Mandolin, and then you're going over to this kind of riff-based rock.
Yeah, it's really blues, like, I know
Southern rock.
Southern rock, which is all about. Not so much blues before, but it was a little bit of country. It was dark country. Well, it used to be called Gothic Americana and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's quite. We've closed pubs with it. We've closed it. Seriously, we've closed open mics with it. Yeah. We did a couple of Handsome Family songs, and that was it.
Well, that's something to be proud of, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Not too sure about that. Yeah, but
Grand. Thank you very much.
No, you're welcome. Grace, nice to meet you. Thanks so much.
My name's Stephen Dunn, and I'm in the band 99 Mr. Benz.
And you have officially won the loudest cheer of the day so far.
No way! No way!
According to my ears, anyway.
Yes. I like that, I'll tell me, man. I tell you what I love though, because one of the songs when people sing back at you with no prompting, I always like a bit of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great news, that.
So for the benefit of our listeners who unfortunately couldn't hear what you were doing because it's covers and I can't recall covers.
Oh, of course. We did a couple of our own, but slotted in.
You didn't say it.
I should have said, shouldn't I?
You should have said, and I'd have had them. Or you can do one now if you want.
Oh, they're on our Facebook, 99 Mr. Ben's Facebook, and YouTube. We're YouTube channel, of course.
Right. Well, let's say that first. Where can we find 99 Mr. Ben's on socials?
Yeah, I mean mainly Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah.
We've got it on there, but we're also in a bigger band called No Rest for the Florist, which is like a full band, and that's dead exciting. So between the two projects, we're just getting loads and loads of music going, which is dead exciting.
Yeah. So can you describe the music that 99 Mr. Ben's does?
I think it's like a new wave music hall because it's just vocal and piano, and I like that kind of over the top kind of thing. And I've always liked the idea of music hall. I just think it's very engaging. I think what's beautiful about Alston Town Hall is it really sets itself up for that kind of music hall feel. It's an old hall, isn't it? And it's a lovely stage and it's very ornate and it just really works for the sort of thing. And it wants to be very like little plays. You know, it's a bit like that. Oh, here comes the turn to do another piece. And try and do the songs like that, you know, so they're all like different turns within the act.
And where did you find that magnificent voice of yours?
Oh, flipping it. Brunton Park. you got to learn to shout loud because it's so hard. No, thank you. I keep working on it, and it's like I actually think my voice has got rougher as I got older, but I quite like that. I like it when it's just a bit like, oh yeah. It's well worn, or something like that, like a tatty jumper.
Do you know the person that you most reminded me of was Tony Hadley?
Wow,
Bandai Bally.
That's mad.
That sounded that you got that kind of resonant
Hey, that's cool.
And projection that he had.
It's funny because when I first started doing that sort of projection bit, it was like, what are you really doing that? And it was as if just as you were sort of begging, I was like, no, you can do that. Do it. But I like that, I'll go for that. I mean, I always was a big fan of like Paul Heaton, you know. My first one was like the Beatles with all the harmony and all of that. I can't get away from it, and the Jam, obviously. But yeah, people like Paul Heaton, I really love as singers. And I love a lot of the 60s girl group sort of type stuff as well, like the Supremes and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, it was an interesting choice of music, I thought, because for voice and piano, you wouldn't normally expect songs by the Jam.
No. And actually, before we actually tried it, even in our heads, you're thinking, can you really do that? Because I remember doing it years ago doing an acoustic guitar, and somebody shouting in through the door while I was doing the game, you can't do tube station on an acoustic guitar! Well, now we're doing it on a piano, so I don't know what they'd make of that. But it was kind of nice thinking, no, we can like the R.E.M. song and the Icicle Works. It's like, well, you can do that. And I kind of like that they try and do little epic little scenario songs. And just do that, because obviously the piano's doing so much. Because I did play guitar, but I'd always felt like I was on a slippery horse saddle, and I just want to sing. And I think I've got more into the projection than that since I just sang. You know, and that's only the last year that I've been like doing that, and it's like, oh no, this is nice. And you don't have any gear.
That's true. You have to lug anything up down those stairs, do you? It's a long way up. Hey, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Ian Downing. This all feels so fine. I hope you enjoy it.
Hello, my name's Ian Downing. I'm a 24-year-old singer-songwriter from Stevenage, Hertfordshire, live in London now. I'm inspired by Paul Weller, The Jam, Oasis, The Special, sort of classic British guitar acts from the last 60 years, and just played a set here at Alston Live this evening.
Yeah, and is this your first time in this part of the world?
Yeah, first time in Cumbria, first time in Alston. Absolutely blown away by the place, really. Driving up from the A1 was just sort of jaw on the floor the whole way up. So unbelievable scenery. Yeah, really blown away by it. And this is a lovely little town. Really friendly people, lovely pubs as well. First time in Cumbria, first time in Alston. We'll definitely be back.
Yeah, you're stopping for very long while you're up here.
Only for tonight, sadly. I'd love to have been here for a bit longer now. I've seen it, but Paul, the organiser, is very kindly putting us up tonight, which is very nice of him. So staying here tonight and then back on the road tomorrow in the van.
Cool that you've got an album to sell there.
Yes.
Will you play much of that stuff tonight?
Yeah, pretty much all of it. So the first two EPs we've got there, I played I'll always keep enthrall me in reality. So songs off the second EP, The North Sides, which was from 2022, and songs off the first EP, English Summers, from 2021. And a couple of the opening track you heard, Feel So Fine, that's a single that's out now, and so is Untouchable, it's also a single out now from more recently. They're going to be on the debut album that's coming out early 2025.
And where can people find out about this stuff?
So on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all the usual places at Kean Downing Music. I've got a website, www.keanddowningmusic.co.uk, and I'm on Spotify. If you're not sure of the spelling, the Irish name, C-I-A-N, and Downing, D-R-W-N-I-N-G. So look us up, Spotify, Apple Music, and if you go on my website, there's physical CDs for sale, and in the very medium term, hopefully some vinyl that's on the way.
Brilliant. All right, thanks very much. Look forward to seeing you back again.
Thank you for your time. Cheers for listening.
Cheers.
Got to sing along with me, ready? And again, let's go. Last one, you ready? Thank you very, very much, Alston. Can I have a click off on stage, please?
Hello, good evening. I'm surprised you can still dance, it's so hot in here. Go for it. Right, at long last, we've all squashed on the stage. We are Soul Junction, and tonight we're going to play the best of soul and Motown music.
Thanks to Paul Frear and the organising committee for making me so welcome, and to all the musicians who took the time to talk to me. Keep an eye on the calendar for the dates to next year's Alston Live. Thanks for listening to the Three Tynes podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please subscribe and tell your friends about it.